in Spain, from the Adult Education Center in Guadix, we are pleased to invite you to listen to our upcoming podcast, carefully crafted with great dedication just for you. Jessica, could you let us know what we'll be discussing this year?
Of course. Last year we talked about Agenda 2030, and this year we will discuss the new European Bauhaus project. Now you may be wondering, what in the world is the new European Bauhaus project? Don't worry, we will explain it with love. The word Bauhaus is not new, which is why this initiative is called the New European Bauhaus. In the previous century, in 1919, a revolutionary architectural movement emerged in Weimar, Germany, called Bauhaus. Bau means building and Haus means house. Young architects with fresh ideas wanted not only to give a new twist to old architectural styles, but also to the interior design, and thus Bauhaus was born.
What was this radical, innovative reform about?
To explain it briefly, with only words at our disposal, we may need a bit of imagination, but I trust in your creativity. Now close your eyes for a moment. Imagine straight lines in your mind. Now picture a white building with those straight lines, simple, with a flat roof. If you can see it, you just have designed a typical Bauhaus building. Let's try the same exercise with the interior. Imagine a chair. Feel the cold touch of steel, the taut leather stretched between thin steel tubes, and you have a Bauhaus chair. Now immerse yourself in the world of Piet Mondrian, the Dutch painter. Do you see the colors? Red, yellow, blue, and white, framed by narrow black lines? If so, you have just created a Bauhaus decorative piece. If you managed to imagine all this, you have surely noticed the core principles of Bauhaus: functionality, simplicity, geometric forms, and the integration of art.
I believe this is clear. Now, could you, Manoli, tell us how the old and the new Bauhaus can be brought together?
Yes, I can. The new European Bauhaus project is a modern initiative built on the Bauhaus legacy, promoting sustainable, inclusive, and innovative design solutions for today's urban and environmental challenges.
Thank you for this brief and clear explanation. Now we will continue discussing the three key pillars of the new European Bauhaus: sustainability, inclusion, and aesthetics. Olga, how does the new European Bauhaus promote sustainability?
I would like to begin with a quote from Ursula von der Leyen. Europe is looking for the future with hope and determination, and the new European Bauhaus fits perfectly into this outlook. The goal is to build a bridge between science and technology, art and culture. Sustainability is closely linked to the 2030 Agenda and the European Green Deal. Europe cannot grow without taking care of the environment, and sustainability is precisely that. Protecting our surroundings, the new European Bauhaus brings together citizens, experts, businesses, and institutions to reimagine sustainable living in Europe. Its purpose is to transform our society, aligning with climate goals such as circularity, zero pollution, and biodiversity. But it is not just about creating sustainable spaces. It is also about making them inclusive and aesthetically beautiful.
Thank you, Olga. With that in mind, I think we could now talk about inclusion and aesthetics. Angela, could you tell us more about the inclusion aspect of the new European Bauhaus?
I will try. Inclusion is a core value of the new European Bauhaus. It argues that to create beautiful, sustainable and inclusive places, products and ways of life, there must be a dialogue between diverse cultures, disciplines, gender and ages. And it becomes an opportunity to imagine a better place for all. It also entails a more inclusive economy where wealth is distributed and spaces are affordable.
A better place for all of us. It sounds so good, doesn't it? Such a beautiful goal, and without a doubt, beauty has its part to play in creating that better world. Angela, how does Bauhaus bring this idea into the picture?
Designers focused on creating objects and buildings that were practical and useful for everyday life, without sacrificing aesthetic and eliminating superfluous elements and unnecessary embellishment. Architects love geometric shapes such as circles, squares, triangles, and primary colors such as red, blue, yellow, black, and white. They try to fuse art with the latest technological innovation. They use industrial materials such as steel, glass, and concrete. These materials are used honestly and without artifice.
Thank you, Angela, for your lovely words. And now a very interesting question. How are these types of projects financed? Angela, would you tell us a bit more about this?
Of course, I will. As you will understand, all this costs money, a lot of money, but that is not a problem. Money can always be found when the will is there. Don't be alarmed, but the unmistakable amount of 225 million euros has been allocated for the period from 2021 to 2027 to support the new European Bauhaus project. Enough, it seems to me, to get off to a good start.
Money makes so much possible, doesn't it? Now, of course, we want to know how these Bauhaus projects are being carried out here in Spain. Please, Angela, tell us about it.
I will do so. Spain is preparing for the new European Bauhaus. Two Spanish projects won the 2024 Bauhaus European Awards, which recognize outstanding initiatives that combine sustainability, beauty and inclusion at a ceremony held at the Brussels Museum of Art and History. In Seville, for example, we can mention the Regenerative Agriculture Center. This project aims to revitalize agriculture in Andalusia, focusing on sustainable and environmentally friendly practice that promote biodiversity. To the end, the project engages local farmers, agriculturers, students, and organic farming communities. The projects emphasize organic farming to reduce environmental impact and enhance biodiversity. Through training and interactive workshops, ensures inclusion, allowing people on all backgrounds to participate and learn. It also encourages intergenerational exchanges.
What's the other winning project?
The other project is Rooftop Gardens in Barcelona. The cornerstone of the project is improving the quality of life of people with disability, something we have been able to confirm. The Rooftop Gardens project promotes autonomy, social inclusion, and learning for people with disabilities through training in horticulture and associated processes. The initiative brings unused rooftop of public building and the city in order to produce sustainable vegetables and donate surplus crops to soup kitchen and food bank. It also provides emotional and social benefits to participants. The project already has 10 urban gardens located in 6 districts of the city. Some examples are the rooftop of the Palau Foronda and the Saints Institute, where work is done jointly with students. It has been promoted by 23 participating organizations and more than 200 people with disabilities who use it.
So interesting. Hopefully, many more projects will follow. Thank you very much, Angela. Manoli, do you think it's worth studying the new European Bauhaus?
Yes, I think so. It is so interesting to know about European projects. In our society, a lot of people have lost their political interest. The news only speaks about wars and natural disaster. It is easy to live in a sad way. But knowing this kind of initiative, you can have hope. A better world is possible. It is necessary to work together in order to get it. Europe is on the correct path. Our challenges are in front of us. Only we need to be active.
We can do it!
Well, dear listeners, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, we will reconnect again next year. But before we say goodbye, we want to give a heartfelt thank to Alicia, our teacher, and to Simon, the producer of this podcast, for all his support. Take care and goodbye.